So for this week, we are going to be discussing Memories and Empties by Colter Wall. So Memories and Empties is the fifth studio album by Canadian singer-songwriter Colter Wall. It was released on November 14th, 2025. And then, Eric, before we started recording this podcast, we were having a lively debate on Nepo babies, and we had a disagreement. I said Coulter Wall is a Nepo baby because he is the son of Brad Wall, the premier of Saskatchewan, and you decided to insult the whole province of Saskatchewan.
It's one big farm, Saskatchewan. It's farms for all that your eyes could see. That's all it is. I've been to Saskatchewan. It's you drive straight for a long time and the
Yeah.
view doesn't change for hours.
Yo, it's crazy. When I went to Saskatchewan to like visit, I met like a local there and I started talking to him. And he was like, I was like, "Oh, where are you from?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm from the area." And it's like, "Oh, okay, cool. How long of a drive is that?" He's like, 3 hours. And it's like, "What? 3 hours? You're not in the
Yeah,
area." He's like, "Yeah, 3 hours, easy."
the area is the farm.
Yeah,
Ken.
he was like, "Oh, I do this like every day. I drive back and forth 3 hours." I was like, "That's a 6 hour round trip." He's like, "Yeah, it's pretty close." That's like the perception of distance in the prairies is absolutely ridiculous.
It even in like it gets like that in Calgary too, because like you'd be driving and every time we would drive from when we were living in the Kootenays to Calgary to visit Julia's friend, it was about a 7-hour drive. Like, so once you get over the Rockies, it's like all flat. And then,
Right.
but you're still like 3 hours away from Calgary. And you're like, but then it's such a mind fuck because as soon as you come out of the mountains and you're like in flat land, you see all these farms and everything, a lot of ranches. And then you're like, we're probably gonna be there in like an hour, like maybe half hour. And then but you're not because then you were just driving and you're like, where am I? Like I don't even know where I am. Like am I still in Calgary or but yeah, it's Saskatchewan, they like
Yeah.
nicest people in the world. Like, and it's just that's just what they do. They're most of them are farmers, right? Because
Yeah.
it's all wheat fields there.
Yeah.
So
Ben
I'm
says
sure someone's gonna be like, no, we also have other things here.
potash. That's all you guys have, potash.
Mhm.
Ben says you guys spent 6 long months there.
Yes, we did. I did it during the winter, and it sucked.
Oh,
And
brutal.
yes, it was so cold when you can see the air crystallize.
Oh,
Like
brutal.
that is freaking cold.
That's crazy.
Um, anyways, so first of all, I don't think Coulter Ball is a nepo baby, even though he may be the son of the premier of Saskatchewan. But nobody really cares about that. I don't think. So the reason why he got famous was because there's a hockey. One of his hockey friends was like getting into the NHL or something, some big like hockey league. I think it was the NHL, and essentially he kept saying, "You got to listen to my friend play. He's freaking awesome." So it was his hockey friend that actually vouched for him, which made him start to get big. So he started playing a lot of bars and stuff, and so on and so forth. Now, have you ever heard of anything by Coulter Wall before?
No, this is the first time. Sorry, Eric, before you go on with this, I just typed it in and Google says Coulter Wall got famous from professional wrestler Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. Okay, so maybe it was that. It was some professional. So it wasn't. So he's not still a nepo baby. That was my whole point. So maybe it wasn't
Brock
hockey. It was
Lesnar
wrestling.
is a very different person. He's
Mhm.
famous. He's like
So there you go.
world famous.
There you
Oh,
go.
Brock Lesnar is a fellow Saskatchewan area rancher. I did.
Mhm.
He's from Saskatchewan.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Ben just says Brock Lesnar lives in Saskatchewan.
So I got the hockey thing wrong, but I knew it was famous. I knew his friend was famous or something and getting big, and he was like, "You got to check out my friend," and he
Why?
vouched for him to
He's
get big.
American. Why did he relocate to Saskatchewan?
I don't know. Maybe his family's from there.
The hell? Okay, anyways.
I have no idea. Ben seems to know this guys. Maybe they're friends. Were you friends with Culture Wall and
Or Brock Lesnar.
or Brock Lesnar? Anyways, we're talking about the Culture Wall album. Let's go back on track here because I think the first 5 minutes of this review has just been this
The
Nepo
prairies.
baby
And the
the
prairies.
prairies.
Okay, sorry. Yes, I've never listened to anything by Colter Wall. This is my first time listening to him.
So the first album that I heard of his was what the hell I gotta call I want to bring this up so I'm not incorrect about this NHL thing. Imaginary Appalachia. So
Appalachia.
when that album came out, I listened to it, and the single actually made it on Yellowstone, the hit series Yellowstone.
Oh, okay.
And I listened to this song when I was like, this song is sick. Who sings this? This is how I've heard about him. And Colter Wall. So I start doing some research, and this guy plays very traditional country.
Yes.
Very traditional country. He's
Yep.
not like your stadium country artists like we have today. Like he's no Eric Church. He's no Luke Bryan. He's no Jason Aldean. None of those. He's very old traditional country, like Willie Nelson style country.
Yep.
And his voice sounds like he's like 50, but he's not. He's 30 years old. And when he started back in 2015, he would have been 20.
Yep.
So he still had that voice at 20 years old, which is insane. So so this album, I quite enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's his best, but what I like about Colter Wall, it's that traditional country storytelling that's like you have like these deep, like this person's going from here to here and meeting here, doing this, and this is what the song's about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but what's cool about it is it adds a Canadian twist to it. So there's like a lot of like Canadian stuff in there. Like one of the songs in here, he mentions going to Vancouver, right? The big city, right? And it's just like it's I don't know. It just seems like I'm in Nashville or I'm in like Texas in like a saloon, like an old saloon, not a famous saloon. And it's just like this is the type of music that's playing in there. And I want to, and I'm going to get a whiskey and I'm just going to sit there and listen to this because it just sounds so good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. It's like traditional country, almost to the point where it's like before there was country, it was folk music. Like it's got that Dylan-y, Guthrie, like that
Mm-hmm.
early country sound to it, which is, kudos to him for doing that style of music, because like I, it's hard to like captivate a mainstream art, like a mainstream audience with that sound, because when you listen to it, it definitely sounds dated for sure.
Mm-hmm.
um I'm sort of conflicted with this one, to be honest, because I was listening to it and I was like, oh yeah, this sounds nice. Like it sounds like honest and simple and like down to the point. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know if the stories themselves captivated me that much.
Mm-hmm.
The one that sort of stands out for me is the 4 time song.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got the story. Like he's trying to like tell a tale essentially, and just but like he's saying uh like God is like, he's made all these great things. I hope that my song is just as good as that, like something to that extent. But like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's just like it wasn't like, I don't know how to put it. It's like it wasn't down to earth enough for me. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I think of this old school style of country, like a Hank Williams Sr. type of song, or a Johnny Cash type of song where he's like in prison talking about like all these things that's going around him. This felt a little bit, I don't know, a little bit indirect for me.
Mm-hmm. I hear what you're
Like the
saying, and
storytelling wasn't there for me, I guess is my point.
yeah, and like I did enjoy this album, but I would agree with you. Um because it's in his older stuff, like the stories were there and it was very cool because like he has a good song, Saskatchewan in 1881. So it's like about like going
Oh,
there and actually
nice.
starting like and living in these harsh conditions, like this harsh climate. Because as much as Saskatchewan is flat, people think it's easy to live there, but it's not. It's like it gets down to like what Ben said. It gets down to like minus 60 degrees Celsius, which is fucked,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then in the winter times, it's just hot, and there's like no trees, there's no wind, right? It's just hot,
Yeah.
right? So uh, the stories had more of a punch in his earlier albums, I should
Mm.
say. So
Yeah, I was
go
gonna
on.
say like Zach Bryan. Like when I listen to his songs, I'm like I can envision everything that he's talking about. Like it
Mhm,
when I listen to his stuff, I'm like, oh, I get it. I'm in whatever setting or whatever he's like singing about. I get it. But when I listen to this, I'm like, I don't think I understand what you're saying. Like I don't
mhm.
I sort of get the story you're trying to say, but at the same time, like it seems very much like those paintings of like the what the seven what the fuck is it called
Yeah.
uh hold on, I need to Google this. Famous
The
Canadians.
Painters.
Yeah, what's the group of
Yeah,
seven? The
the
group of
Group of
seven
Seven.
painters,
Yeah,
right?
that's such a terrible name.
Yeah, the group of seven painters, where like a lot of their paintings are just the landscapes, right?
Mhm,
It feels sort of like that, where it's like you're painting this beautiful landscape or whatever, but it's just at the end of the day, it's just like a landscape. There's
mhm,
no, I can't put myself in it. I can't relate to anything there. Like I just see a beautiful thing, but that's about it. And that's
mhm.
sort of how I feel about these songs.
Interesting. Um, I maybe I just have such a niche for like Canadiana stuff because
Yeah.
like I love the fact that he's singing about like Canada
Mm-hmm.
and but it's crazy because like I do love country music and it's just weird listening to something that sounds so American but
Mm,
singing about Canada,
right.
right? So again, the songs that like if you listen, I wish we were doing an older album of his, to be honest, because even the last album was okay too. Like I didn't think it was anything special, little songs. Um, but his first few albums were just like spot on, and I could
Mm,
listen to them, and that's what I've actually been listening to
mm.
uh, since like last week. So, um, but yeah, like it's definitely compared to his other albums because even there's a lot of like dynamics within each song on the album, so it
Mhm.
kind of the album flows, whereas this one it kind of starts off big and then it kind of just slowly just gets slowed down,
Yep.
so there's no real like ups and downs in the album. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like the album very much like sort of flatlined for the most part
mhm,
while listening to this. And Ben saying it's like listening to the hip, listening to music that relates to Canada. But even the hip,
mhm,
right? Like when Gord Downey's like painting this story, like I get it. I get what he's trying to
mhm,
say, and like I get where he's at when he's writing that. This one is just like it's nice. It's just that, but that's where it
yeah,
stops.
yeah, it's kind of like the song Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix. Like it's very simple.
Yeah,
The guy cheats on his woman, so he's gonna go kill his wife,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, so it's kind of like that old school blues storytelling,
Yeah,
which is very simple
yeah,
in a country way.
yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I thought it was cool. Like I'm glad there's still like artists that are doing this style of music, cuz like the whole stadium country sound is just like so overdone and so like vapid of any sort of artistic integrity. Like this is at least I can tell it's more honest than that. Um
Mhm.
so at least there's that. And I think it sounded good. Like doing the simple like the quote unquote simple sound is probably the most difficult thing to record because you have to
Mhm.
pay attention to every single note. If even one thing is off, you hear it.
Well, and he's playing, like, traditional guitar,
Yeah.
like, with all finger style, so it's like that old school that doesn't get taught anymore,
Yeah.
right? So, which I admire about him too, so, because I gotta tell you, there's some songs I tried to learn on the guitar on this first album, and goddamn, it's nearly impossible. So,
Um, but yeah, I thought it sounded good. It's just like I sort of wanted more from the record itself.
oh, well, you gotta deep dive into his other albums,
We'll
that's what you
see.
gotta do.
Yeah, we'll see. Uh, all right, cool. Eric, final thoughts and ratings on "Memories and Empties" by Colter Wall.
So I didn't think this was a perfect album. I thought it was good. Like I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it. I know I'm gonna give it a higher rating than you for sure. And I don't know. Like Coulter Wall is probably my favorite Canadian country artist.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
okay.
favorite Canadian country artist, hands down. I'm gonna say that. Um, again, I would give his first album a 10 out of 10. That's how
Oh,
good it is.
nice. Okay,
But this one, I'm gonna give a 8 out of 10 for it
okay.
because I enjoyed it. It just I felt like I was living in a western or
A
like I
Canadian
was in
Western.
like the game Red Dead Redemption. Like I was living in
Oh yeah.
that world.
Hmm.
And this was being played around me and it was like, come on, where's the next guy I can have a dual gunfight with, you know? Mhm,
Okay, an 8. That's pretty good. Um, yeah, for me, like I thought it was just like okay.
mhm,
I didn't connect to it all that much. I just wish there was a bit more to connect to on like an emotional level. And obviously, like, when an artist writes something, like they're not going to connect with everyone in the audience because that's definitely not possible. But from my
mhm.
from my perspective, it just wasn't an album that I particularly enjoyed. I thought it was cool, but I thought it was just okay. So I'm probably gonna stick with a 5 out of
Oh.
10, because it's right down the middle for me. It's like
Mhm.
okay. It's
What do you think of his voice?
Oh, his voice is good. I like his voice. It's
His
like,
voice is sick.
yeah, it's so like gravelly and like it's almost like it's a Johnny Cash type of voice, I would say. Johnny
Yeah, I feel
Cash, Woody Guthrie mix.
I feel like it's like opening a bottle of bourbon and then his
Yeah.
voice comes out, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, his voice is great. I really
Mhm,
like that part, but yeah, the songs themselves didn't do it for me.
mm.
So, 5. 5 for me. Okay. Well, that was our discussion on Memories and Empties by Colter Wall. For those of you following along with us every single week, I'm sort of excited about this one, but the album that we are going to be discussing is the brand new De La Soul album, Cabin in the Sky. It's been a while since we've had a record from them, but we're going to hip hop, going from old school country to I guess this is technically old school hip hop. It's like neo soul type of hip hop, but if you're into like a Tribe Called Quest, like this is straight up that type of hip hop. So, brand new album by De La Soul. I hope it's good. I haven't listened to it yet, but I really hope it's good. Um, but yeah, that'll be the record that we're going to be discussing for next week. Um, Cool. So that's another episode in the can of the Crossroads Music Podcast. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Ben, you're looking forward to listening to that. Yeah, it's out right now. So I hope it's really good because that's all I wish for. Um, but yeah, this is the Crossroads Music Podcast. We're live here at twitch.tv/the Crossroads Music Podcast. We're live every Monday at 10 p.m. ET, 7 p.m. PT. Catch us on Apple Music, Spotify, all of the places where you get your podcast. Thanks everyone for tuning in once again, and we will catch you all next time.